Why are solar ads so scammy? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hey, my name is Dan with Eagle Mountain Solar. As anyone knows who's looking into or not looking into solar, there's all sorts of scammy stuff online regarding the solar industry and what's out there. And this obviously makes it very hard for a consumer or someone that doesn't know much about the product to try to get reliable information. I'm sure you've seen ads on YouTube or on social media with claims like free solar panels, new government program is covering the entire cost of your solar panels, get rid of your electric bill overnight, there's this secret government program that only a few people qualify for, things like that. My first piece of advice for people is that if it sounds sketchy or too good to be true, then it probably is. But does this mean that solar in general is a scam? Of course it doesn't. There's thousands of reputable solar companies out there, millions of homes that have installed solar panels. The industry is growing incredibly quickly, and utility companies and government programs are involved. So the product isn't the issue. What is the issue is something called a lead generation company. What happened is these companies, either in the country or out of the country, saw this opportunity to make a lot of money. They knew these solar installers weren't exactly marketers or salespeople, so they decided to build websites and build ads, pour a ton of marketing dollars into those ads, then sell all the information that they collect to multiple different solar companies looking for leads for people that are interested in solar. The problem with this is that it's a third-party company that may not even know that much about solar, and is trying to do the most clickbaity type of ad possible just so that you will click on it and submit your contact information. As far as they're concerned, their only job is to sell a phone number and email. They don't get paid based off of whether it installs or sells. And then it's us, the solar installers, that have to deal with these kind of leads where people are confused and asking us if the solar panels are free or if the government's paying for them, which has led many companies to just go away from lead generation companies altogether. So to educate you on the most common claims that are made, one, solar panels aren't free, but they can be a free install, so $0 up front, but you'll still have a monthly payment for the solar system. Nothing in this world's free. If it's completely free, who's paying for it? These are $30, $40, $50,000 systems, over $100,000 systems. So it's not free, but you can save money right off the bat if you're having a fixed monthly payment on the solar payment that's less than what you're paying for electricity anyway. Government programs. The only government program out there essentially is the federal tax credit for solar. What that is, it's a 30% tax credit. So whatever the gross cost of your project is, you can get 30% back in the form of a federal tax credit on your income taxes. So if you're retired, on Social Security, non-taxable income, that tax credit is not even going to really help you. And unfortunately, those are the people that are most targeted by these scammy ads, our retirement age or elderly community that have been thinking they're going to get government help for their system. So the government does help you pay for some if you're paying income taxes, but it's not 100% of the project. There are a few statewide programs, but they're relatively small and sometimes utility rebates. The other way they can twist free solar is the fact that you can lease a solar system. So technically you're not paying anything up front. There's no loan involved. There's no actual total cost of the system. But you are still paying a monthly payment instead of what you normally pay for your electric bill. So there's still a cost associated with it. That's mainly what I want to get across here, is that there's always a cost for the project. But just like I mentioned before, we want the cost of that project to be less than what you normally pay for electricity anyway. That's how it benefits people. So solar isn't too good to be true, but it is a beneficial investment for a lot of people that do it. Some red flags to look for is if you see an ad that pops up, and then you look at the company name or the Facebook page, whatever it's associated with it. Normally it'll be some sort of generic solar name like solarsavings.com or Solar America. I don't even know if these are real ones. I'm just throwing those out there. So they'll create some sort of generic website or generic Facebook page, just to be able to publish those ads. But it's not actually going to be tied to a specific installer. Another way you'll know that you went through a lead generation company is if you submit your information on a form and you get like 3 different solar companies calling you. That means your information was sold to multiple different companies. And by checking off some box, you consent it to that. It's also a red flag if they try to tell you exactly how much you're going to save before they actually do any sort of report. Anyone that's looking into solar has to do a customized proposal for their home to have any idea what they're going to be saving with solar. They have to look at their electric bill, their usage, their roof, the sun that they're getting, to be able to have any sort of savings projections. They may throw out some random average savings number, but it's going to vary a lot based on where you are. So instead, do your own research. If you see an ad, make sure it's an ad for an actual specific company and not just a general solar ad saying to fill out a form to get quotes. You'll see the same thing on larger websites when it helps you compare different solar companies. Most of the time, that just means that there are multiple companies that have paid that website to be number one, number two, number three on their list, and then they're paying that way they show up on their website. It's a little bit better than a scammy lead generation company, but it's pretty much the same thing. Those reviews aren't really real. Look up reviews for companies, reach out to the individual company, and get a personalized proposal from that company. Don't go through a third-party ad. As you can tell here at Eagle Mountain Solar, we really are not fans of those sort of companies, those sort of ads, which makes our jobs harder and makes the whole industry look more sketchy and more slimy, and that's what we're trying to change. We want to actually educate people on the benefits of solar and how some houses are great fits and some aren't as good fits for solar. So that's what we determine with you when we set up a consultation. Consultation is totally free. We'll outline the costs, the pros and cons, and answer whatever questions you have. If that's something that you're interested in, just inquire below. There's a link in our description or on our channel. And please check out some of our other videos and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.